Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be a quick video showing you what is currently available in this event, and with us coming to a conclusion very soon, I'm just trying to point out to you all the heroes that you may have missed, not know about, or don't think are important, and I'll give you a little bit of an idea of which ones what I would be going for if I were you, if I didn't have all these heroes yet and I had to grab some and couldn't get them all. So without further slowing down of this video, let's have a look at we'll go into the Blockbuster event soon, because this will obviously go away with the new event when it comes up. Hopefully it doesn't get delayed anymore. In this event, as you pass through, you'll be getting tickets and blah, blah, blah as you go through, tickets, gold. Yeah. The first one you're going to get to is page 2, and it's the Ray of Hope one. First three, this is a free choice of these guns. I think they're out of the military set from memory. I would straight out pick the Silent Spectre straight up, no doubt. If you got a choice between these three guns, if you don't have any of them, Silent Spectre for sure is the one I would pick up. Now, it doesn't take too much to get to that. Grab your friends, work your way through the pages. Then as we tap through the rest of them, we get to page 5. This guy. Now, I just dropped a video about why you should have Carbide, as his team perk is in the freebie loadout. The team perk he gives you, because he's a mythic, that is the one I used in the freebie loadout that I used, the soldier loadout. So obviously he just straight out for the fact that he's a mythic, I would get him because he gives you a team perk. But the team perk is one you can grab right now if you have no other mythics and start using that one. He's not one that I'd use a commander or anything like that, but his team perk, or so, I think he gives you a lefty and righty or something like that. Let's have a look. So if you have a look at him there, he gives you zip and zap. Lefty and righty applies affliction, which deals 13 base energy damage per second. Plus he gives you the team perk that I used in the other video, obviously, that I just said, and I've repeated myself. Okay, going back to the quest. Now we zip through to page 8, and here is another mythic you get for free. This guy, I think he's Cloak Star, isn't he? Yes, Cloak Star. And then if we go over to the heroes, I think he is a ninja. And you cannot recruit this guy. So here he is, a ninja. You cannot recruit this guy. He's another guy. If you want this guy, you need a ticket. They're not giving those out very regularly. So this is your chance to get him. Go and get him. Another mythic. He'll open up another team perk. His is around the throwing stars. So when you throw the throwing stars out, if you want to do a nice good ninja build, his throwing stars fan out. Throw all throwing stars together in an arc, and it adds an additional star. But as a commander perk, it adds 3 stars, so you have quite a big arc of throwing stars. And then let's go back to the quests. And then as you get to the end here, I'm not sure what's at post-credits. Sorry. In the post-credit one, you will get the choice of these, I think they're spy ones. Up to you which ones you choose, because I really haven't used any of them all, and I have them all. So, but it's just another hero you can get at the moment. And as I said, I don't disregard any hero, because at some stage, one of their perks will match up perfectly with one of your builds. And I'll also reiterate the fact that they're free. So you don't have them, get them. They may help you in one of the build outs that you can get for free. Now, moving on from there, we'll just head over to the llama shop and run through a couple of things here that I find important. So we've got an abundance of heroes here at the moment. These two at the top, Diecast Jonesy, Chromium Ramirez. Then we go down here, we got Freebooter Ken, Seawolf Jonesy, Hybrid, Buccaneer Ramirez, Blakebeard. As you can see, Blakebeard is another mythic. Always take your chance to get a mythic if you can. And then we have all of the bunny heroes. We have a choice of 3 weapons in there, 3 different weapons. And over here at the moment, there's nothing of really of that much differences than normal, except, as I point out in all my videos, Legendary Flux. It's a must every week. So out of these ones, first off, 3 of those I just used in a loadout that came together really well, and that is Seawolf Jonesy, and I would get Seawolf Jonesy probably as one of the first heroes. This Chromium Ramirez would be another one, but let's just stick to being on point here. Seawolf Jonesy would be my first get, I would say. Blakebeard would be my second. Bunny Brawler Luna, out of these ones, I would say Bunny Brawler Luna would be the go-to one with the egg bombs for the shockwave. If you're gonna run soldier builds, I like that. It's a funny little effect. Then I would probably, what's happening? Yep. So Seawolf Jonesy, Bunny Brawler, Blakebeard would be my first 3 to get. Then I would probably have a look at maybe Chromium Ramirez, Freebooter Ken. Buccaneer Ramirez was another good one that we just put into the soldier build, but it's not a must-have. Hybrid, to me, is a fun little hero. He's got that really creepy sounding voice effect, and he's a ninja. You build him around his Dragon Slash, and one of these things, you should eventually try and get him before the season finishes, because I'll probably include him and his perks in the Ninja free build. So definitely keep that in mind. If you want to grind out some gold before now and the end, grab him. Dashing Ken Hare. Dashing Ken Hare is Extermination Kunai drops egg bombs, so he was another egg bomb hero. Fun little effect. So he could be included in one of your ninja builds with his egg bomb effect, and then you look at hybrid with his effect. Fire of the Dragon increases affliction duration by 34%. There is another one that has a tail of the dragon that lights up your Dragon Slash, so you can build a complete Dragon Slash hero with that Dragon Slash will leave behind a big damaging tail. Cottontail Eagle Eye, obviously a Outlander. Unexpected Departure. Phase Shift leaves the 3 eggs behind. So another little thing you can put in there, and the 3 eggs. There's a couple of heroes like that will leave things in the tail of the dragon, will leave stuff behind for damage effect. A few Outlanders who will leave eggs behind in your Phase Shift. This one's hard to practically use in an Outlander build. Not something that I would go out of my way. If she would be one of the bottom ones to grab if you're going to get it. Rabbit Ranger Jonesy I use in a couple of builds. I use in my Stoneheart Pharaoh one if you want to go check it out. It should pop up above the screen right now, because he uses his sniper critical damage up by 75%, so obviously if you're using a bow hero, very handy. Bunny Brawler Penny, Miss Bunny Penny. Plasma Overdrive decreases plasma pulse by 38%. 75% in your commander perk. So I haven't used this very much, and again, she would probably be one of the ones like Cotton Eagle Eye. I would grab them, but they would be the ones I would be grabbing last. So this is definitely a weapon that people seem to fuss over, but not a very impressive weapon to me at all. People running around shooting this egg bomb off, and it's making a funny noise, and it's, yeah, not for me. So we've had a look at both of them. Dashing Ken. Now, Blakebeard. He turns your cannonball, your Rosie, into a cannonball effect one, which it's kind of cool. It's big and smashes things up, but it'll be not something that I use very often, or it's more a meme type thing for me. But again, he's got a commander perk that you'd want to get. So it's something around dropping peg legs and things like that, which help you for damage in the game. We've looked at him. So obviously Buccaneer Ramirez, she was in one of my current loadouts for lefty and righty, with it pops that cannonball out, and cannonballs in lefty and righty bounce off walls, so they have sort of a instead of just shooting straight, if they miss things and hit a wall behind, they'll bounce back and then they'll explode on impact. Really cool. It worked out quite well. If you go and check that video out that I just did, we threw up a war cry and just used lefty and righty on a fire element smasher and destroyed him before we got to us. So yeah, very handy to have. She'd be one of the ones I'd grab, put a priority on her. This little baby right here is definitely a priority. I might do a video on, I know it's been done a few times, but I might do a video on just running around with the blunderbuss to show you what it's like in the loadout. But this gun here is a definite for if you want to be a long-term player as well. It's one of the ones that you use initially for the MSK. A lot of people will run that and the surround pound as their weapons until they get the mythic weapons to take him on. Seawolf Jonesy, obviously I've explained him in the other video as well. Get over there. He does the double shockwave when he's in your commander perk. It was pretty cool, fun, and I showed how he's interchangeable with another soldier hero to help decrease your shockwave. Hero Freebooter Ken, another ninja. Smoke bombs restore your full health. This commander perk, I saw another guy do a video, can't quite remember who it is off the top of my head. If I do remember, I'll put it in the description below, where he was using the smoke bombs to restore his shield, and it freezes enemies. Now he was freezing Twine Peak Smashers with it, and it was kind of fun to see. So he would be one very interesting to get a hold of and do a loadout with. Always get this survivor if you're struggling to make survivor squads up. I've said that a couple of times. Marathon Hype, I wouldn't bother with her. She turns up in llamas from time to time, so I wouldn't be spending money on these ones unless you had ones to burn. Diecast Jonesy, he increases your going commando. So if you're going to do a soldier build, you can throw a bunch of perks in around going commando, which you can do, no problem. There's a lot of guys that will help increase your going commando, and he's another one. But again, he sort of falls into the range of these guys. I would get him eventually if you have gold left over. Last one I want to touch on is this guy. Now he's available in the dungeons, and I don't know where they're going to go with the dungeons at the moment. No one, yeah, who knows. But if you do the crypts part of the dungeon, eventually you'll get the story for him. And he is a really good soldier to have. He turns up in a few people's builds. As you can see in my hero loadouts, I've done a video on the almost indestructible soldier build. This guy here, and he's the head of the crew. So, as I said, grab him. Go and do the crypts. It's not hard to do. Grab a couple of friends, go and do a couple of dungeons in the crypts, and grab this guy. Absolutely. Last thing I want to talk about is the tickets. Actually, I want to talk about these llama shop tickets. Now, if you've got all of the pirate stuff that you need to get, so I'm talking about the weapons, and I'm talking about the heroes that come from the pirate llamas. If you've got them, and maybe even gone and got your second round and put them in the collection book, so you've got ones sitting in your crew and then you've got ones in your collection book, then I would say to you, don't spend another one, don't waste them, because these will turn into spy llama tickets, and then you can go and get your spy loadout. You can start getting the heroes and recruiting them and having a wider range to choose from to fit into your squads and make up your own crew members, main hero loadouts. So that's mainly all I wanted to talk about right now. Just to point out all the things that you can get, all the things that I would say get first, and then some that you can get if you've got some gold left over or some tickets left over. But don't ever look at them and go, I don't really like that hero. I'm not really I would never have that hero as a leader, because a lot of heroes I would never use as a leader, but they come in really, really handy behind the scenes. So again, as I say in every video, I hope this helps you. I hope your friends, you can invite some friends along and point out that these things are some things that they need to do as well, and then they can come along and subscribe. It would really help me out. So hopefully I will see you all in game soon, and drop a comment if there's anything I missed or things you want to know about, and see you in game soon. Enjoy.